Hello everybody, welcome back to the second video of today. Now, people may be a bit confused by the title, maybe the thumbnail. I'm going to explain both stories interwork with one another because I'm going to be talking about the spotlight that I had on myself last week and as well my engagement, which interweaves and links into the story. It's like a comic book story arc, so stay tuned. As you know, Kabam put out a spotlight on me last week, and this is where I'm going to begin the story because one thing that's really good about this is they didn't edit anything. This is literally word for word all I put in, and at the same time any mistakes that I made, any grammatical errors are pretty much there, and also some references to things that again I didn't think they'd leave in actually put it. Like for example here when I'm talking about my hobbies, yes I do enjoy gardening because I like to have a vegetable garden, which we're kind of working on at the moment, and as well designing some stuff with gardening. A lot of our back garden and front garden I'm doing some work on, especially going into next year. But I'm also writing a comic book which I've got several working titles and focuses on 3 different characters, and I'm looking forward to getting it all completed by the end of the year and maybe self-publishing it. I don't know, but I'll talk to you more about that once I formulate the story and also the origins for those characters. If you want to talk to me at New York Comic Con about it, I'll be quite happy to talk to you. One of the weird things I've always said, I believe that Captain Marvel was my first ever 5-star, but I feel that when I look back at some of my footage, and actually it turns out I recorded my first ever MCOC YouTube video back in July 2015. It was actually Spider-Man, so I don't know with that, it's such a long time ago, like 4 years? To kind of go back that far, yeah, crazy. Even by the start of that year when I started playing the game, it was a case we only had 4 stars. So again, crazy to think how times have changed and how the game's evolved. Favorite champion that I'd like to see in game would be Odin Borson. I'd like the way that Kabam could do this and how it could interwork with a similar Nick Fury synergy and having everything together. But I'll talk to you about that in a future video, which will come out around about New York Comic Con time. One thing that is a little bit annoying is they've got my old tag for my channel, which is the RichTheMan channel. Now, just the name, just RichTheMan. That's what I originally called the channel back in 2006 when I made the channel. RichTheMan. It's not good. To be honest, to the point that people used to say, "Oh, it's RichTheMan." No, it's yeah, Richie, and used to call me Richie, and it's like my name is not. It's like it's not Richie. It's meant to be RichTheMan, but it's not abbreviated to be RichTheMan. So. And obviously a lot of people don't know, my name is Richard Manning, so therefore the name RichTheMan is kind of a play on words with that. I also like the way that they left in this, which is the telling off of Kabam Mike. I'm looking forward to meeting Mike. I really hope he's going to New York Comic Con. Just have a few kind of words. I'm sure he'll have a few words with me, the sassy bugger. I also wanted to do something with the spotlight that shines a spotlight on other people. And in particular, I wanted to do that on the 2 people that I remember the names of. I think there's a 3rd person that we lost this year, but I can't remember the name. So, you know, I'm sorry. It's not out of disrespect. It's the case I just can't remember it. I've gone back to try and find it on Marvel Contest Champions News and I can't. But I remembered Hitman RR. And Kevin Doomstat in this particular spotlight because, like I said, part of the community, and it's great that people came together for the love and support. So yeah, shout out to Omega and also the alliance around Hitman RR as well. You are not forgotten. You will always be remembered, and yeah. Rest in peace. Now let's read the responses, because at this point I kind of like let people know that I was going to be proposing to M and asking her to marry me. By the way, all went well. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody on Twitter, comment sections, as well as the picture I posted in the community section of my channel. You've been incredibly kind, and as well, I'm looking forward to reading some of the responses to not just my spotlight down here, but also just, you know, people that have been very thankful and well wishers as well. X Factor Agent says, "Oh my god, it's happening. This is not a drill. Thank you, thank you." Tezagors says, "Best of luck to you, celebrating your crystal opening. Probably in New York, my friend. Spoilers from Kabam Lyra. Yes, it went very well. Hey, from the guy you saw. Where did I see you to? Grounded Wisdom. Thank you. Hope the proposal works out, mate, as long as the turtle likes her. I'm sure she is fine." Well, Frank is literally is M's baby. "Hey Rich, would you be offended if I told you that I had never heard of you before today? So sorry, but I checked your channel and put and now I'm addicted. Good luck. Oh, thank you. That's really nice. I wouldn't say I'm the most popular MCC YouTuber. There are bigger YouTubers than me. But I must admit, I'm very proud of anybody, and I'm very happy for anybody that enjoys my content, even though I'm a bit of a scuffed YouTuber. Congrats, Rich. Glad to see you made the grade, and now a content creator. Would still like to make that custom avatar. If anybody watches VR chat online, I will check that out. I will indeed. Proposing on a Friday the 13th, you brave boy. Yeah, this is the one of the weeks where M's car broke down, our oven broke, and I kind of felt that we need to balance the books with luck. So that's what I did. There was just a smidge of criticism, and even this post was really kind at the begin with, and then just mentioned that maybe I use inappropriate innuendo. And I must agree, I do actually do that from time to time. And there may be something like yesterday's video, I made a point of saying about Iceman and Iceman's ice doodah. But the fact is, it's not going to happen in every single video. The way that YouTube nowadays scam videos, it means I have to be a bit more PC. And with the language and swearing, I don't actually swear. I would probably use the S word the most, and that is it. And again, that will happen every other video, because YouTube scan not just your video for swears, they also scan comment sections for swears as well. It's kind of crappy the way that YouTube works, and you'll find a lot more YouTubers are not as edgy as they used to be. However, though, some get away with that, and there's other people in the community that do use F words and other stuff that I think is a little bit more on the language state. And now it's time to explain where the beef comes in. And yes, I ended up having beef with my mum over this engagement. And not for all the bad reasons that you might think, but because I didn't communicate well. Yes, I pulled a Kabam. The fact is, I wanted to propose to Em in New York, but I didn't feel at the time it kind of tied us into anything, like a moment in history. We didn't meet in New York, so I thought, right, well, I'm going to propose to her on the spot, the very spot we met 8 years ago. And obviously she said yes. We then got home, we were so excited, I decided I wanted to go straight in to let everybody know in my community and the other side of things with the community, the MCOC community, what had happened and my followers and things. And Em posted a picture on Facebook. And I went straight into live stream as well, because I was thinking, oh, it's great, I want to share this happy news. And unfortunately, my mum saw this and she was not happy because, and you know, fair play to her, she says, I hear from Auntie via my cousin that you are engaged. Thanks for not telling me. Now, she knew that I was getting engaged first and foremost. I'm not a terrible son, but I didn't tell her it was going to happen today. And it was very much spur of the moment because I wanted to make the decision first and foremost. As well, the ring, which I got the sizing from Em's mum, wasn't exactly correct, so we're going to have that resized at some point. So that's, again, another thing that we had to really consider. And maybe whilst we're in New York, that gets resized. Whatever. The fact is, I didn't tell her. It came up on live stream, and you can see my face just drops because... and it's so funny. You can go to the furthest left. I'll put a link in the description. Go and check it out. There's some clips as well. So if you go to clip section, it will have the clip from the celebration of the engagement video. And I fell out with my mum. So we patched things up over the weekend, and I just want to say everything is done and dusted. Everything is fine. And if you saw that on live stream and a bit concerned, like, oh, and there's now Rich and his mum falling out over this engagement, we're fine. We're good. I'm actually seeing her on Thursday, and it should be okay and all cool. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real. I thank everybody for their ongoing support for my channel. If my channel dies tomorrow, then thank you for that moment in time. If it dies next year, thank you for this moment in time that I've had with this channel. But at the same time, I plan to continue on this as much as possible for as long as I can possibly do it. And as well, thank you to Kabam for actually doing something like this, because I didn't think they would do, because I am critical at times of them. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to be getting into bed with them and it's going to be all perfect. I will keep it real. I like the game, I love the game. There are times where I get frustrated with the game for different reasons and stuff that is shared with the community, my own frustrations and other things as well. But I am so thankful to everybody that comes by each and every day to watch content, and I appreciate you for doing so. I've worked my bottom off for the last 4 years to try and get to this place, But it needs to be said that you guys are the help that I needed in order to get there. And I thank you each and every day for your continued support. The main thing to say is last year, when I needed this to be full-time the most, was when I fell into a deep depression. It was around about the time I put out the video about the how to get 4 stars from Prems, which I put out as a joke-based video, and some people were triggered, some people found it funny, and other people were a bit confused. Either way, it's a weird thing. It's one of my most successful videos. I don't get it, but I thank everybody for that video, and obviously for that time of resurgence of subs, because it did help out a lot with making this a full-time venture. To kind of put it in a nutshell, how things went wrong with the company that I joined: I was overpromised, under-delivered, and I was asked to have more time that I would have my YouTube time for them, which isn't what I agreed with. They knew from the start point I did this, and at the same time, I would say that my YouTube time would never interact or kind of never disturb my workflow, and the same thing with, I expected the same from them, and it wasn't. So they wanted more, and they basically said that, you know, they threatened me. So it was a case of, look, bye-bye, so long, can't have that. But I did fall into a deep depression, to a point where your mental health is very important. I couldn't feel control of my mind mind felt completely separate, and I was vomiting about twice a day, and I lost about a stone in weight. I don't really kind of look like the biggest person, but the fact is, losing a stone in weight for someone my size isn't exactly safe. But the positive thing is I got over that, and that was based on the fact of your support for me. We work together in this lovely community, and at the same time you allow me to do this as a full-time venture. Whatever the future holds, I want to give a massive thanks to you watching at the moment. You are a testament to the subscription base that I have, and as well, massive thanks to all my members, Patreons and subscribers on Twitch for your ongoing support, because it really does help. I really look forward to seeing you in a live stream very shortly, and as well, hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you again for all your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.